Hello, dynamic stars. How are you? Welcome to this beautiful day. Look at the sun. Look at the sky. Hear the cicadas. It's Azurite 22 coming to you as always. Why? To bring your intuition to the fore, to bring you more into your life. So today I am so freaking flippin' excited. I am finally doing, I know, Ghost Month video. I've been saying in my head, I don't know if I've said it to you, that I'm going to do this for at least, I don't know, 2-3 years, for as long as I've been on YouTube. And today is the last day for 2021 of Ghost Month. It is September 6, 2021, the last day, because this is the last day of the 7th lunar month of the Chinese Ghost Month. Okay? Come on back so we can get into this a little bit more, okay? Hi, glad you came back. Now, what we're doing today is just talking a little bit about it. I'm not going to go into heavy depths with it. I will do that in subsequent videos when it's actually deep Ghost Month. I'll do that next year, and I'm going to put it on my calendar. So what is Ghost Month? Ghost Month in the Chinese tradition is when the gates of hell open and all of the ghosts that are roaming ghosts, that are lost ghosts, that's why they call them hungry, because they don't really have a place, they don't have family that give homage to them, that remember them. They're just the in-betweeners. They come out and they interact with the world. It's like the veil opens. Very similar to Halloween in, the American tradition. So the gates of hell are open, and you've got all of these energies of people who are happy-ish, sad-ish, anywhere in between. Happy-ish in the sense that they're free from hell and they can go around and a lot of times make things amok for people who are open and receptive to that subtle energies, to the subtle realm. So there are a lot of do's and don'ts about it. The seventh lunar month in the Chinese calendar generally falls around Augusty, Septembery. It could be late August, it could be early August. It just depends, because the Chinese lunar calendar does not follow the same calendar that we use here in the States or in other parts of the world. It's just different. So there's a website, I'll put the link below, where you can always find out the dates of Ghost Month. Some of the big things about Ghost Month is, in the Chinese tradition, you do not get married, you do not do anything big, like you don't buy a home, move into a home, apartment, or anything like that. You generally kind of lay low. Think of it almost as a Mercury retrograde time, where you kind of hold off on doing anything important because things can get messed up. Well, instead of it being messed up because of just the technology side and communication side, in Ghost Month, things could get messed up, because what if Aunt Bessie wasn't too happy with you, and Aunt Bessie is a hungry ghost, a lost ghost, a ghost that hasn't found her place and hasn't moved on from hell, and she sees you and you doing something, she's like, oh, I'm going to come get you and I'm going to mess up your stuff. That's kind of why in Ghost Month you kind of keep it quiet and don't do anything big. That is the way that I've seen it and read about it and heard about it from the Chinese culture. Of course, you know how we do. There are things to do to appease those who may not have passed on in the best light. We'll get to that at another point. We're just talking about what Chinese Ghost Month really is. Now, on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, Ghost Month, is when they have the Chinese the Ghost Month Festival Day. So that day, the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, is when you have this big celebration. So in a lot of Asiatic countries, not just China, but all over the Asiatic realm, it's this big feast where they have clean bowls of water, doing it the Buddhist way, with the 5 fruits and incense and water and candles and just all of this big spread so that the ghosts can come and eat and partake. Of course, ancestor money, joss paper, is burned so that they have the resources, the actual resources to move forward and pay who they need to pay to move forward and move on. And in the Buddhist tradition with Ghost Month, it's quite beautiful because the 15th day is called Pavarana, and that is the day when the power of 1,000 monks come into play. For those who have done egregious errors in life, really, really bad sins, they can't just be fed just little stuff and they're forgiven. Even if they're given joss paper, foods and fruits, it will burn, it will disintegrate before that hungry ghost can get to it because their sins are that bad. So on that day, the 15th day of the 7th month, that's when all of the monks line up, 1,000 monks who have passed on. So they're on the spirit realm and they take the offerings of these clean bowls of water and fruits and different tastes. And when they take in that, the energy that they receive, now that they can forgive the hungry ghost. And now you put in petitions to the monks to bless so-and-so, such and such, so that their sins are forgiven. And then your ancestor can be blessed and move on. So it is the intercession of these monks in the Buddhist tradition on that day that has the special power to heal and clean and cleanse the sins of those who have passed on. And I thought that was so beautiful, so beautiful, and symbolic, and using the spiritual essences, power of 1,000 monks. Incredible. So this is something that I find empowering about Ghost Month. But not everybody goes that way. That's the Buddhist way, but it's so beautiful. I wanted to share it with you to see if maybe that's something that you might want to try to incorporate in your life on that particular day. Now, of course, just generally, and this is throughout Ghost Month now, the things that I'm going to tell you, because I wrote down a list of things. I've been working on this. Literally, the date on this is 8/28/2019, okay? So I'm serious. I've been working on this and thinking about this for quite some time. Throughout Asia, or Asiatic lands, joss paper is burned at the roadsides and crossroads. Prayers are done, and this is all throughout Ghost Month, the full month. Incense is burned, fruits, food, sweets. All of these are offered. Charms, amulets, crystals are worn. Protection, because not everyone goes that Buddhist way and gives the offerings for the blessings, and also people want to protect themselves because maybe in their own lives they don't normally do protections, but during this month they feel they need to, because at this time there's an influx of this energy that can be very negative and tricksterish if you're not careful, some of it malevolent. So there's a lot of those that are being sold. You can burn at any time of the year, but this month in the Chinese calendar is when the doors of hell opens and allows hungry ghosts to come into the world of the living. So that's literally what I wrote. I said that to you before. And something that is very, very important is Feng Shui. I know this is going into another level, but I don't know exactly who is watching, but someone out there may need to do some feng shui. And that is literally the placement or the location of things in your home so that things flow for you. And there are two different methods for doing feng shui. There is the Americanized version and the traditional Chinese version of it. If you go online, I'll also put some links below so that you can see that, because at this time of the year, this ghost month, things that didn't matter before matter a little bit more because of the increase of activity in our atmosphere. And subtle things that never bothered you may bother you now. So you may want to look at feng shui, not just for this month, but throughout the year, so you optimize throughout the year, and at this time of year in particular, you mitigate some of the things that could happen, and it just will pass over you. And this is what I mean. Just because it's ghost month doesn't mean your life is going to go crazy. It just means you have to be more mindful and more thoughtful in the things that you do, say, and think. Because a lot of times you'll get nudges, suggestions, feelings, thoughts to do things that are not normally within your range. You'll feel things, you'll hear things. You might even get the suggestion to do something like really insane. And you're going, that's not me, what the heck was that? And that could be just a passing hungry ghost trying to give you a suggestion. But because your aura, your strength, your inner core, you built it up so that you are aware that this thing is saying something or trying to say something, you can just push it off and just realize it's hungry ghost month. It's okay. I can move through. Okay? So, yes, I am incorporating other things in to help you navigate ghost month. Yes, it's the last day, but these are also very good practices just throughout the year, because for many of you who are probably watching my channel, you're open anyway, and that activity is always around. Not to the extent that it is in ghost month, but it's always there. So it's always good to have a spiritual shield, a protective shield before you leave your home, upon awakening, to help you navigate things and go through life with your energy intact. So, these are some don'ts. Remember I said there's some do's and some don'ts? These are the don'ts. In no particular order. Do not wear red. It attracts lingering spirits, hungry ghosts. Do not wear dark colors. It also attracts them. Do not wear dark nail polish. They think you're one of them. Okay? Do not whistle or make loud sounds at night. It attracts their attention. Do not go out or be out late at night during ghost month, especially if you're sensitive or an empath. You may receive unwanted ghostly attention. Do not stand or linger at crossroads late at night. Do not move into a house or an apartment in the 7th month. It's an inauspicious time. Do not get married during this ghost month, 7th lunar month, inauspicious. Do not linger around large bodies of water due to water spirits that might try and pull you in. So, yeah, these are just some things that I pulled and wanted to share, because some of it just sounds a little off, right? Okay, so I literally heard a friend of mine tell me, and it's in the news, I'm sure I can find the link and share it down there with you. There was a young man, I do believe it's in Long Island, that's a lifeguard. He was a twin, passing trust. So, young man, he's a twin lifeguard. He was, of course, on duty, and there was this storm rolling in. Unfortunately, he got hit by lightning and he died. This is during ghost month. He was near a large body of water. The weather was not good. There was lightning. There's a lot of things in this scenario. I am not saying he did anything wrong. I mean, he was just working. But given this energy in the world at this time, I'm outside. Given this energy in the world at this time, you wonder what that is, because he was near water. And I'm bringing in another tradition. Oya, from the Yoruba tradition, is lightning. She has a great affinity for ancestors, ghosts, the underworld. The whole scenario, the whole picture just fits in this time frame. And it's almost as if you want to ask, could he have been protected? Could something have been done to bless him so that in his job that puts him in this arena on this day, could something have been done? But we can't say, because everyone has their own destiny, their own path. And we on the outside looking in can just be empathetic, sympathetic, send the family love, and send prayers to his brother, the twin that is left behind without his beloved brother. That's all we can do, and pray for the young man's soul. But when you hear things like that during this time, it gives you pause. It makes you really, really consider if what you believe to be true and what's actually true are the same thing. So while it's a different culture and you may not have any Asian bloodlines, genetics, it's spirituality. And spirituality is not only in one culture. At one point in time, the earth was connected and people traveled much more freely. And when the tectonic plate shifted, guess what? People got separated. Information that was fluid amongst people in a region got separated into different areas. So do you really, really know, going all the way back, if you don't have some kind of connection to this region, this type of spirituality? And that's why I say, for people who are spiritual, you cannot poo-poo other cultures simply because it's not part of you and who you are in this life. You don't know who your ancestors are, where they're from, and what they know. And adding in things that resonate with you will help you in this life and then past this life. So I guess this is my Ghost Month video. I know next year on the 15th day, Havarana, I will be doing a video and sharing with you so that we can bless our ancestors, the ones who may have done things that we don't even want to talk about. But we can intercede and ask, or ask for intercession for them with the 1,000 monks to help bless them, to help heal them, so that they can move on. Because as our ancestors move on, they can now have a higher viewpoint, a higher form of understanding, and share some of their insight with us here in the 3D. And that's really what I think the thrust of paying attention to Ghost Month is, to have a better understanding of healing them. Because if we can heal them, those who have come before that helped us get here, we can help them so that they can continue helping us. It's one hand washing the other. It's a continuous cycle. And that is what Ghost Month is really all about. Continuing the cycle, because when we pass on, don't we want somebody to help us if something has gone wrong with us? Think about that. So if you don't do it, who's going to do it for you? And all of this is something that we need to think about. So yes, I know I did a little bit more combining of ideas and thoughts in this video, but the way Ghost Month is portrayed in many different media, it's something to be feared. I don't think it's something to be feared. I think it's something to consider, to be thoughtful on, and to plan and prepare for it. It's not fearful. If you function the way that, you know, a conservative, thoughtful person would function, you're going to be fine. You just have to understand what to do, and more importantly, what not to do. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do, of course, like, share, subscribe, and thank you, all of you for paying attention and coming through and leaving me great comments and just emails. It's been a really wonderful ride with all of you here, and I'm so appreciative. I wish you the best on this last day of Ghost Month 2021, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.